Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Hope you are well by the grace of Almighty Allah. Welcome to NIEVS Homeschool. This is Fatima Sabrin Shikha, Assistant Teacher of National Ideal English Version School, Morning Shift. Today I am going to take Bangladesh and Global Studies class for the students of class 3 on the topic of Chapter 12, Reading and True-False. I am repeating, today our topic is Chapter 12, Reading and True-False. Students, this is our 15th lecture and 14th homework. I'm repeating, this is our 15th lecture and 14th homework. Students, take your Bangladesh and Global Studies book, notebook and writing elements. First, we'll discuss about Chapter 12 and then we'll do some True-False. So let's begin. Chapter 12. Name the population of Bangladesh. Here we'll find 3 lessons and we'll start our class with lesson 1, Name Population. According to the census of 2011, the total population is 14 crore 97 lakh 72,364. Gender ratio 50.01% male, 49.99% female. In area, Bangladesh is 19th in the world. So, according to area, the position of Bangladesh is 19th in the world. In population, Bangladesh is 8th in the world. So, according to population, Bangladesh's place is 8th in the world, and according to area, it's 19th. Students, here you can see the map of Bangladesh. In this map, we find Rangpur, Rajshahi, Mymensingh, Sylhet, Dhaka, Khulna, Chattogram, Borishal. So all these are divisions of Bangladesh. Total area of the country 1,47,570 square kilometers. You know this, we have learned this in our previous chapter. Total area of our country is 1,47,570 square kilometers. This means there are 1,015 people per square kilometer. We call this the population density. So what is population density? When we find the people who lives per square kilometer, this is called population density. Okay, now we'll learn about lesson 2, population and the family. Compare the 2 pictures. A large family may have many types of problems. The large family may run short of many basic needs. They may not get enough healthy food. They may not have enough clothes. Their housing may not be big enough. They may not get enough sleep and rest. They may not have books and pencils for school. They may have problems with their waste and pollution. You can see these pictures. First one is about a small family and second one is large family. In first family we find 4 members and here we find more than 4 members. It means in a small family we find father, mother and siblings, that means brother or sister, and in a large family we find father, mother, brother, sister, grandfather, grandmother, cousin, uncle, aunts, that means so many. It's called large family. Many problems of these types are found in large family. The girls might not go to school because they have to look after younger brothers and sisters. The children might have to work with their parents to earn more money. Sometimes they cannot go to school. They might not get medical help if someone is ill. With a small family, everyone's needs can be met. So students, from this we come to know that if we live in a small family, we can enjoy everything. And if we live in a large family, there are some problems. There are a lot of people, lot of members, so we can't enjoy everything. We have to share our all things with everyone. We can't want as we wish. Okay, now we'll learn about lesson 3. Name the effects of overpopulation on transport and the environment. Students, you can see in this picture, we find a lot of people. In bus, in launch or in cars, there are people and people. All over we find people. Effects of overpopulation on transport. In this picture we can see. Just as there are problems for families with too many people, so there are problems for a country with too many people. When there are too many people in a country, it is called population explosion. I'm repeating, when there are too many people in a country, it is called population explosion. With overpopulation, there are crowds everywhere, in the streets, in the markets, in schools and on transport. Overpopulation creates pressure on limited transports. Crowds increase on roads. Communication becomes difficult for the people. Extra passengers have to be carried in buses, trains and launches. So here we find the problems of overpopulation. Overpopulation causes two main problems. How many problems? Two main problems. Number one, it creates more dirt and waste. This pollutes the environment. Polluted environment creates different types of illness and disease. Number two, housing problem occurs. More people need more housing, so they build houses on the farm land and cut down the trees. They build slums on open space beside the roads. We can see that overpopulation is the main problem for our country. Students, look in this picture. Overpopulation is bad for rubbish. This is so dirty. So this is happening because of overpopulation. And from this lesson we come to know the effects of overpopulation on our environment and transport. Now students will do some true false based on chapter 12. So take your notebook. Our first number is, in population, Bangladesh is 10th in the world. Students, can you guess whether this statement is true or false? Okay, come here. In population, Bangladesh is 8th in the world. Here we are saying that Bangladesh is 8th in the world according to population. And our statement is saying in population Bangladesh is 10th in the world. Here is the false statement. So we have to write false. F A L S E. False. Number 2. There are 100 people per square kilometer in Bangladesh. I'm repeating, there are 100 people per square kilometer in Bangladesh. Is it true or false? Okay, I hope you know the answer because we have already read the chapter and lesson 1. Look here. Total area of the country, that means Bangladesh, is 1,47,570 square kilometer, and this means there are 1,015 people per square kilometer. How many people? 1,015 people per square kilometer. And here the statement says 100 people per square kilometer. So it is definitely false. So we have to write false here. F-L-S-E. False. Number 3, with a small family, everyone's needs can be met. This is true because in lesson 2 we find the answer. With a small family, everyone's needs can be met. So we have to write here true. T-R-U-E. True. Now come to number 4. With overpopulation, there are crowds everywhere. I'm repeating, with overpopulation, there are crowds everywhere. Students, is it true or false? Okay, this is also true statement because we can see here through this picture, this is a true statement. Look here, there are crowds everywhere. With overpopulation, there are crowds everywhere. So this one is also a true statement. So we have to write here true. Students, now it's time to give your homework. Your homework will be true false. 1 to 4. Please write only answers of true false. No need to pick the questions, you will just give the number and then write true and false. Don't forget to write the lecture number and homework number with the submission date. Our lecture number is 15 and homework number is 14. And the submission date will be the date of Sunday because on every Sunday you have to submit your SW copies. Students, do your homework in your SW copy. You need to be serious because you will get your CT, diary and SPM marks on the basis of the submission of your SW copies. Guardians or anyone else can submit your SW copies on every Sunday and can collect your previous copies on next Sunday. That's all for today. Hope you have understood today's topic. Keep practicing at home and abide by your parents. Stay well and see you again. Till then, Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum.